What does it mean to each of you to be here at Stonewall as we're actually at Stonewall? Let's start with that.
Hi, I'm Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia, here at Stonewall with these two lovely entertainers. It's kind of amazing to be here. It's a dream to, you want to be in this building because I feel like our lives are changed and better because of what happened here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just basic. I mean, nobody died, thank goodness, but
Yeah, I this is my first time here, and it's actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be, which is interesting because you always have like a preconceived notion. But to me, being at Stonewall is very, very inspiring because I come from a really small, like, farm town, and we had a lot of dive bars, we had a lot of smaller bars, but we didn't have a lot of queer bars. And going from a place like that to a place like this, where there's so much history, especially queer history, and things that led us to where we are today, especially in pop culture, it's a once in a lifetime kind of thing. So it's very cool.
I think it's very especially surreal for me because I'm like an ovum. Yeah, so it's gaggy enough that I'm in the same room with all of you divas. But the fact that I'm standing here in a place where I don't know, the events took place here that if they didn't happen, I would probably not be doing this right now. So I'm super gagged and I'm very excited to be here.
yeah, it's also kind of inspiring because a lot of the local clubs in Atlanta are closing. We have like the Eagle that was kind of history, made historical or whatever. But then it caught on fire. So I mean, the Eagles changed location, but now their building is still like just a facade. But to have an active environment that's been going this long is really kind of what's lacking in all of our communities, I think.
And also, it's going this long because we have people that are funding it within our own community, which is so important. Resilience is always like the theme for queer history, really, is resilience. So,
And how far do each of you see doing drag as political or as an act of resistance, perhaps particularly in this time in 2020?
I started drag as an act of rebellion against my family. I came from, again, a small place where this was questionable. Every time somebody saw a person that looked like this or anybody that didn't wear camouflage on the daily, they were kind of looked at sideways. So I think that for me, wait, what was the original question? I'm sorry, I got a little airheaded.
Drag a protest.
Oh, drag inherently is protest. It's a protest, baby.
How much do you feel your drag is protest?
I love the act of rebellion, so drag is rebellion itself. Here you go.
Nicole Paige Brooks personally protests my drag a lot, so I feel like I am very rebellious in what I do. But yeah, like Daya said, it's inherently an act of protest, and I think that, to quote RuPaul, anyone who puts on a pair of heels and a wig and steps outside is my hero.
I mean, it didn't start out as a protest. I feel like it's more of that now than it was when I started in the 90s. It was like still underground, so it was a safe environment. We were going, nobody really knew where we were at. It wasn't so online to be able to find the queer environments. You can just Google where's the gays, and then you just like basically hunt us if they want to. So, I mean, it didn't start out that way, but now it's, when all these things started happening, I personally was like, I'm not going to go to the bar under big holidays. I'm not going to go out of town. And I had to like retrain myself because that's what they want us to do. They want me to stay home. They want me not to go out to the club. So I really had to like gain my confidence and strength to be in this environment where we're threatened the way we are now. Because it really wasn't like that when I started. We were just having a kiki, girl.
Yeah. And what role do you think Drag Race can play right now in a time when there's so much pushback against the LGBTQ plus community, not just in terms of visibility?
Yeah, I think in terms of visibility and being able to, because social media is such a huge thing, even if you're not watching television and watching Drag Race, you're going to see clips of it from something on TikTok, or you're going to see a viral moment. And I think for people that aren't necessarily watching the show but are coming across it, it does kind of open up that world. And that is something that is really popular right now with all the different, ways that we interact online. So,
I mean, I think that's true. It's kind of what I said earlier. You have to keep going out and being present because we are the celebrities of the community. And RuPaul, and this franchise has a lot of presence and power in all the prize, any gay event, and there's a lot of money in it. That's why DragCon is so important. So these people have a safe environment to go to as young people. So, it just creates such a huge community, and because we all go back to our houses in our neighborhoods, you know, and it's got a huge outreach.
Yeah, it absolutely does, and I can speak from experience. As just a couple years ago, I was on the other side of it, and I was the kid trapped in their room, unable to vote, unable to do anything about the crumbling of our country. So yeah, it is a very important thing to have Drag Race and to have visibility in the media. There's so many gays and so many lesbians and queer kids on Twitter and online, and no, not Twitter, sorry, online, and they're making group chats about their favorite queens, and they're just like bonding over this and really finding meaningful connections, and I think that's very important. Yeah, community. At the end of the day,
Completely on hate of our outfits.
yeah. Well, a community though.
But still, they have a place to go.
At least we can all join together and hate Nicole Paige Brooks' outfits as a community. Just
But
kidding,
at least we
sister.
can go to their local town and get what I'm wearing.
Bring wet seal drag back. Bring
That's
wet seal drag.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.